Hello everybody. While loading up the game, I noticed something I missed last time, which is evil allies landing, and quite a bunch of them. They should be able to form a pocket here, so I'll actually call over two Panzer divisions because we need to break them. I'll just shortly drop them in a separate army, give him a nice commander, a great amount of attack. That should be. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Hauser anyway. Since he's an armor officer, I may at some point train him. You can be red, and I'll move him over to the front. ASAP. Right, that should be. They should be on their way. I've also actually already clicked and moved some of the defending forces over. They'll start moving, but they'll actually brought normal move. It's a bit of a problem that my navy, which is stuck here in Brittany in the naval base, they'll be pushed out to sea. Which, well, perhaps, probably, which is okay because I was going to move my air force over to the Bay of Biscay. Anyway, so that's on the agenda. So we need to cover those landings as well as we can, and I'm also going to use those guys, set up a little front, attach them, take half of those guys. So that should be those landings should be contained fairly well. The big difference in all the infantry here on the west and the infantry on the east is that well, actually these are the proper infantry. Huh, what do you know? I thought it placed like a support army here, but actually it's a proper army. Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So they'll do very well. They'll do very well. I'm not worried. Meanwhile, because if you recall, we have two infantry templates, right? So the garrison guys, which is just an 18 width, I'm actually gonna make a 20 width out of them. There we go. We got it done. Has to happen at some point. And this is the big ass 40 width. I could add another anti-air to them, but I don't want to drop the organization too far because they'll be holding the line for a fair bit, and a little bit of organization goes a long way. They'll basically fight longer. Now I need to reorganize the air wings. I'm gonna give the add one tick so that everything colors green or red, or so that I can quickly see what's up. And I'm going to explain a little bit about the rockets, the rocket sites. So I have a few rocket sites, and they're shown with the well, indicator of a rocket on the map. And you can't click them in the normal mode. Oh, actually you can. I thought you couldn't. What do you know? Learn something new. You learn something new every day. These rockets, these are the V1 missiles. Not sure if you heard about them in the past. You should have if you know a little bit about the Second World War. They're basically like unguided missiles. You aim roughly in a direction and they'll land there. So they were used for strategic bombing, to bomb England mostly, specifically London. And actually, the Germans were fairly successful in hitting the Brits. And the Brits set up next to, of course, the radar screen, which they already had. They set up a lot more spotters, and they started intercepting them. And they were doing fairly well, but still quite some of them got through. But the Brits, as history tells us, were apparently not impressed. and they continued with the same zeal as they started the war out with. um, when the V2 was developed, on the other hand, which I'm doing, of course. Where are we? There. Improved rocket engines. This improves the V1s, which we see here on the left. These are the V1s. Oh, right. Had a black screen for a bit. These are the V1s. They have a range of 500 kilometers, whereas the V2s, they improve slightly in range. And they do strategic strategic bombing only. And look at the speed of the V2s. They'll be hard to intercept. Very hard to intercept. So basically, the V1s are funny, but the V2s are actually impactful. And in reality, they were impactful because the Germans were able to aim more precise with them, and they could launch them from mobile sites, which they could hide. So they had like trucks converted to carry V2s, and those V2s could be launched then from somewhere in the woods, and after launch the truck would move, get a new missile, move somewhere else. And it was actually only until the Allies had performed D-Day and moved far enough into France and Belgium that the V2, even the V2s, were out of range. I don't think that's going to happen this game. I think we'll bomb the. We'll try anyway to strategically bomb the UK to smithereens. Let's see how we can dent their war support. They're currently at 100%. Let's keep that in mind. So, how does it work? You build them over time. They just get produced, and then you basically right-click them onto a region. I don't think I'll be able to unclick them. That's a bit unfortunate. I did not really want to do that. Oh wait, I haven't given them an order yet, so it's fine. They will fly to England, but I actually want to do it at the moment when I can make like a big impact in one go. And for that, the problem is, for that I need more rocket sites. The problem is that the ones in Holland are actually out of range, which is unfortunate. And the one in Belgium is also out of range. So these will not really do anything, but I do hope that once I research the V2s, they'll be able to hit London. And I'm still constructing 2 sites, furthermore sites in France, which should be in range. So then we'll have 3 regions from which to launch them, and well, I hope we can do a fair bit of damage. Yes, so I need to protect this carrier fleet, which is going to move here. Albeit, I think they're on low supply. They'll take quite a while. We are on air superiority. Maybe I don't actually need to move them out, but at least I can. I was going to do this anyway, so I'm going to move them out into the Bay of Biscay, and not sure how to pronounce that in English. Biscay, Bay of Biscay. That should be it. But we'll call over some of our air force to help. We have a lot of fighters. I'll add, let's say, 1 unit of 400. They can go air superiority, because I don't think there are any. Nah, there are no enemy planes at all. And yeah, basically I only have CAS to support these guys, because the carrier naval bombers apparently take a hit. I'm going to see whether this. I'm just going to add a few CAS, like 100, and to the same region, and they'll assist a little bit with naval strikes. They're alright at naval strikes. Okay, good. Now, furthermore, I want to move my fleets here in the Baltic Sea and the Eastern North Sea, because basically I want to have I basically want to have my main carrier fleet move to the Eastern North Sea, and just have like one carrier move around here in the Baltics. These guys, they're fine. They're currently repairing, but so when they're actually auto repairing and you create a new order, um, be aware that they'll cancel any old orders. So what I want to do is I want to go convoy rating. There you go. You want to abort? Yes, fine. They can actually go to these. Basically, it's Hamburg, right? No. Isn't this Hamburg? Oh, this is Hamburg. There you go. Basically, they'll go into the Hamburg harbor and do any convoy raiding in the Eastern North Sea. Basically, what I'm aiming at is getting a little more control of the sea. Any supply to the Russians through this region will also get intercepted. And maybe I'll also take a stab at the Norwegian Sea, and I hope that this would be in range, but I think I should remove the destroyers, which I'm not going to do at this time. But first I'll see how well I do controlling this region. There are enemy ships present, 15. They should be mostly Allied ships, so I want to start chipping away at the Royal Navy, basically. And I think this is the way to do it. Now I forgot one thing. So if you change the order, if they're in port on auto repair, and if you send them out again, they'll be on never repair. I guess this will be fixed in the upcoming expansion, but basically now you need to set them to engage enemy forces again and give them back their repair priority. I've forgotten this many times. It's really annoying. You lose like maybe even all of your fleet, and I don't want that. Fleet number 2 should be stationed. You'll get actually fleet number 1, which is stationed here. They don't have anything to do. They can go convoy raiding in the Baltics. They'll have a high repair priority. Now for the fleet number, actually I'm going to give them a name. So Baltic Fleet. The Kriegsmarine can remain that. They're basically our main force. Fleet 1, what's this? Oh, this I renamed this to the Baltic Fleet. Very nice. So this is the well, I'm gonna call them the Atlantic Fleet. And I'm gonna rename these guys to be the let's say Baltic Fleet. There we go. At least it's clear to me now. And these guys in the Atlantic Fleet, they can go and probably search and destroy, because I want them to be in as tight a formation as possible. It consists of destroyers, a few subs, which I'll actually leave in for the occasion. Let's see how they do. They've got some air coverage. In terms of air, the English have 9k planes, roughly. We actually have 10k. The Russians, they've lost out. They've been losing quite a bit. They have only 6k left, so we should be doing fairly well. That's why I have to reorganize the air force here as well. They are trying to hold Western Poland. They are not going for Eastern Germany at all. So I can move my fighter force over here. They can go for air superiority. That's fine. Close air support guys can move 100 here. Right, so we'll have 400 left. I'm gonna help northern France. few of them. We have 300 left here. I think we can try to help out in the Ukraine. Yep, we are holding 600 fighters. These guys can all just go to the Ukraine. Try to go for air superiority. These guys can also go here and go for air superiority. And I think... oh, we have a huge cast force here as well. The tactical bombs, they actually have a long range, so... not sure where all my tactical bombers actually are. We may have a few of them here as well. Yep. Transports are waiting in Vandenberg. 400 of those guys. Not sure where to go with them actually. I think I'll send a few of them to help out Italy, because they've been being harassed by the Allies with landings. So at least I'll help them out a bit. What I wondered if I actually need to hold this region. I'm not sure. I don't think so. We'll leave those. We'll leave those here for now. All right. Nice. Reorganized. Always makes you feel a lot more comfortable. And you can start giving these armies a bit better orders. So we have the infantry here. They can actually move more from the south and try to... there you go. Purple army can try to move to Warsaw. Can I stretch them? Nah. This is fine. And I'm gonna change the orders of our good friend Guderian. And he can basically try to spearhead his way here, but not touch any. Alright. They can start preparing their orders anyway. Let me check. Yeah, ooh, that's actually pretty cool. So, let me show you the generals. I think it's a bit of a lengthy introduction, but I should show you my my generals and why I picked them. This Walter Model, he was actually a trustee of Hitler, very much a trustee. In the Eastern Front, when he was sacking one general after the other, he pulled in Walter Model to carry out his defend at all costs orders, and he actually did ignore Hitler in a few occasions. Now, what I kind of want is... oh, he's almost done. I'm definitely going to give him the logistics wizard trade, because it's brilliant. Reduce the supply of the whole army underneath it. Don't have any additional... let me just quickly check if I missed any of the improved generals. There you go. He's only commanding infantry, so... and these guys are actually... they're all attacking generals, so they'll get infantry expert. Manstein. He's going to be an infantry leader very soon as well. Good. Now, I'll start here to the south with some new orders for not Kesselring, but for Rommel. I forgot which color I gave Rommel. Oh, Rommel's actually up here. Sorry, guy. This is gonna... I'm gonna make him offensive. He's Rommel, right? He's gonna be an infantry expert. Yes, he is. And he'll get... he's actually got an offensive line here. I think nah, I can't. There's no more space in my my offensive um, army group. But he will hold a place at some point. My mountaineers can actually start pushing up. Not through this region because supply apparently is atrocious here. Supply here seems fairly decent. I'm gonna use it for this army here consists only of garrison guys. They can just hold this line for whenever something really bad happens. The mountaineers. Well, let's see if there are actually any mountains which they can assist with. I think they can try. They'll try to. I'm gonna start create a little bulge here. Yeah. Well, they're good guys anyway. So move them here. Bit of a small front, and they can try to hold the line and move to a new ridge behind the river, but which I don't know the name of. Right, good. The blue guys do actually not have a an offensive order. So whenever the front line moves around a fair bit, the orders will stretch themselves, and it can be a bit of a pain. That's alright. Go for it, guys. Reposition yourselves. So actually here we are holding, which is good. These guys will just still run out of supply and die in France. Good. We finished the mobile warfare tree. Yes, that's actually very nice because we get this brilliant tactic, guerrilla tactics. It can be used in defense, and it basically reduces the combat width by 50%, which is brilliant, and hardly any damage is done. It's very good to defend. So, and I'm also done here, so I can actually use my. I'm gonna research the next infantry gun. I held out on changing production. I actually don't think I needed to move the Panzer guys here, so I'll assign those back to Guderian. They can go back and forth. Didn't move very far yet, right? Because they were probably in combat. All right. Let's see. Oh, there we go. We're already mopping up convoys. And we're losing a few aircraft, which is fine. I actually wanted to deploy a few additional fighters. There you go. And that's superiority. Mopping up a lot of convoys here as well. Great. That's just great. So everything going according to plan. Half of you guys, you can move in here. There you go. So they're getting completely annihilated. British scum. Alright, great. You can stop attacking. I think the Soviets have now changed the tactic. They're now basically holding the line, not trying to move in anymore. They're just reinforcing. Let me quickly check on what was happening in the east. I think, yeah, this is going more or less as I expected. The Japanese are getting overrun. Well, it's not too bad if this bit is overrun. If they were to make a strategic pullback into the mountains here, they had a fair chance of holding on. But with the Chinese pushing in here, oh, there you go. It's a big stack. I think the Japanese should be confined to their island soonish. Oh shit. Shoot. I was gonna say. Almost moved my army there. It was gonna take them quite a while to get there anyway. Let me just test what happens. Yeah, it's not too. New engineer company, great. Basically improves my entrenchment across the whole. I'm actually gonna go for the next engineers. It's the only bit I. There we go. So everybody's moving in. These guys can move in. These guys can have a go as well. I'm not gonna walk into Warsaw right away. Basically want to surround it and then move in. These guys here in the north are not really having a lot of success. I think they can hold up. Oh, this is actually... that's... We're losing a few destroyers and a few subs. But they haven't decided to come in with any air force. Well, they have plenty to do here in the English Channel. Oh, that's actually a good thing. In the English Channel, we have the better planes. That's why I'm keeping the planes here. We are basically shooting them down more than they're shooting us down, which will hurt their economy more than it hurts mine. It's roughly even, but I'm just gonna assume that most of the planes shot down are Italian planes and not actually ours. This is a bit messy. Right, so we've managed to snake in there we go. So adjusting the front line as we go, because I want them to hold this bit, and I think I'll actually try to strike down. As the infantry just basically gets into new positions, they can stop attacking. These guys, they are allowed to move. They're allowed to move up. They need the experience anyway. And I'm gonna reassign the armored core. They can go for a spearhead straight down. But I want them to start from this tile. I'll give them a staff office plan as soon as they are in position. Can I actually? Oh, bro, I'm probably wasting. Oh yeah, I trained a few generals. My current maximum is not too high though. We need it for this region. I think you can see where do it. Baltic Sea, English Channel. Do I actually need it here? I do. It's 99%, so the additional buff actually goes a long way. And the Central Mediterranean, I definitely don't need it here because I think we're holding this region fairly well. The problem is that the the naval bombers used here are just they have a short range, so for them it's good. But I'm actually going to cancel it because I want to use the staff office plans in order to quickly get the planning bonus. And the planning bonus is basically a short attack bonus. There you go. Planning speed up, moves up. You see the bars fill up for all of them. And 9 o'clock at, well, bit past daybreak. They can try to attack again. There you go. Those guys break instantly. See, I think the Soviets are actually they're very aware of what's going on. Not sure who's commanding them. Shizhanashkovsky. Alright. I don't mind. You're probably wondering, is everything going well on the west? I think it's going well. Just giving this army a few additional orders, so that I can quickly respond to any landings. Now we have nice air control over all the regions we're attacking in, except for this one, but not getting bombed either, so I'm not too worried. Oh, that's where I actually could use the leftover CAS. If they had an... Oh, they have an airport. There you go. Bit scary to just send in the CAS by themselves. But, well, it's a war, right? You gotta take a risk at some point. Now, Guderian's tanks are rolling across the river Djep and this is going to be very painful again. Let me quickly check how many Soviets already perished. 5.5 million. Well, of course we're not bringing them to death camps, right? When we capture them, we just hold them in stasis for a bit. They're actually moving to the east. You brave tank leaders. Brave panzer leaders, right? They have a mind of themselves, mind of their own. I think the Aryan is having a lot of fun. Oh, we've linked up. We've linked up. Look at the Romanians go. They're so brave. I do think the coloring of Hungary is a bit off. So they should be running out of supply. There you go. They have low supply. I can basically take him off the order and right click. I'm tempted to actually let all these guys move in. I'll do that. The mighty right click. Best tactic ever, guys. Make sure you make take note of this. Oh, and don't forget to support fire with one guy for the additional combat width. There you go. I think we can safely say the Soviet front is collapsing. Yep. Oh, Hungary is claiming overlordship over Slovakia. I wonder if they actually managed to pull this off. Oh, they did it. It's already done. All right. So we have Slovakia. They are now with us. They are fielding 4 guys. They have a few civilian factories, mainly 30 planes. No government whatsoever. They'll not really help us. But anyway, it's it's good. These guys are not doing anything at all, and I think their water can be deleted, and they can be used to populate. Yeah, actually, Bulgaria is still neutral. I'll assist the Romanians in holding this, holding the sea line, holding the coast. Now let's quickly focus on these guys. Oh, they're getting overrun. Oh. I do think it's a bit painful. Like, look at the amount of divisions. Actually, a lot of Chinese there. Wow, you guys are a long way from home. You guys can move in here. You guys can move into this tile. Like 2 of them. There you go. And they can't counterattack, so poor Soviets. You know, but they did choose the they chose the wrong side, right? We're definitely proving that our social economic system is way better. Look at the Green Army; they're actually out of orders. That's just totally awesome. I think we're gonna give him a very clear-cut order. You guys, you can go here and have a 3 wide front, and you can go create a new line here. Just gonna wait for them to be in position. The guys in yellow. Where are you? You're trying to attack here. They're doing relatively well, moving into tanks and all that. The Soviets are in all sorts of supply issues in the marshes. And we have a free army of Guderian. So I wonder what I should do next. Could push for Stalingrad, move for the oil, or do perhaps what should have happened. Make a straight push into Moscow. I'm torn, man. Let's start a land lease. Greece, yes. Give me some männlicher guns. It's probably my own guns. Anyway, thanks, Greece, Panathinaikos and stuff. All right, great. Oh, we have yeah. So the one from Normandy and the one from Pas-de-Calais can all hit England, and I think I'll start hitting the English as soon as probably this one reaches maximum stack. They'll never know what hit them. I'm not sure. They're not. Well, they have a bit of anti-air guns. They have all their fighters here. they'll have to adjust to it. It's gonna be hilarious. All right, I made up my mind. In the meantime, I'm just gonna go plow straight through. Yes. We give him a spearhead, and he can go to Minsk. There you go. We can already start. These guys are moving in position. Blue guys that say that they can go. Just move. The only thing I have to keep in mind is that I shouldn't lose too, be too red in my infantry equipment. Because minus 30k probably means that these armies are still alright. As you can see, the strength bars are quite full for all of these guys. But the armies... Oh, so what I'm doing is I'm basically only moving forward with my proper infantry, and that means that they'll take losses, but they have high priority when it comes to replacing their equipment. So it means that the training of my units is delayed while I'm pushing forward with infantry, but I'm actually not moving about with the garrison units. There we go. I think I should assist here. Danzig. It's finally ours, right? They took the sweet time. So no planes here at all. Where is actually my next 600 can go there. Let's go 300. For Belarus. Alright, so I need to reorganize the air force. Basically the whole. Where are the Russians? Well, yes, they're still trying to. Well, they're mingling with our fighters here. How's this fleet doing? Oh, they racked up so many kills already that they've leveled more or less immediately to level 5. Racked up 13 ships, then a nice bit of assist. So here you have an ongoing battle, and I forgot something, guys. I should have checked the amount of ships the British had before I started, but I'm pretty sure they had a lot more than well, about 100 naval. We only have 50, but we have a lot of carriers. I think this is where I'm going to make a little bit of a cutoff. Probably reorganize my army and move more or less quickly into Moscow next time. The Japanese guys, they are... I'm tempted to say they're holding up, but I could be wrong. They still have 200-ish divisions. Only on extensive conscription. Stability is fairly low. I am actually assisting them, I thought, anyway, with... nah, not too much. Well, I gave them guns once, anyway. Well, I could actually send them a nice... That's actually something I could do. They are using artillery. Let's see if one of my allies is using anti-tank guns. Maybe the Romanians are using anti-tank guns, or the Spanish. Not here. Yes, I see anti-tank guns. Whose are they? It's here, Romanian. Probably not Romanian. Probably not Hungarian. So what I'm looking for... Can I actually see their... See the templates? Nah, not really, huh? Greater Hungary, Italy. It's probably Nationalist Spain. I can check actually on their homeland. Yeah, so they are using anti-tank guns. It's the one with the two to the bottom right. Modifier land lease. You can get. How many were there? 4, 6, 7. Basically, if I don't add key in a number, uh, the trying to give overview will stick around forever. Improved anti-tanks, 5 of them. Alright, this should. Alright, I can. I was gonna say I can sort that out later. Yes, I'll make a bit of a cut here, and see you guys later. Bye bye.